What is the one big mistake that most students who are new to IELTS make? Let's find out. Hey, come here. Listen. Have you seen those videos on YouTube that say, don't say think, say I am of the opinion that? Or those videos that say, well, basic English, firstly, advanced English, first and foremost. Well, let me tell you, they are absolute rubbish, nonsense. And they are the problem because they are causing a lot of students to think, in IELTS speaking, I must speak advanced English, this complicated language all the time. And often it's not just advanced English, it's formal academic English, which is better for writing, good for IELTS writing, but not for IELTS speaking. The truth is, in IELTS speaking, you need to speak natural, conversational English. And that is a mixture of simple English and complex language, but not formal academic English. So, in this video, I want to give you 5 examples of more formal academic English for writing, and not to say that, but to show you what to say, the equivalent in spoken natural English. Okay? And this way you can avoid getting a lower score by using the wrong kind of English in your IELTS speaking. Let's do it. Okay, number 1. Here's an example of some nice formal academic English. First and foremost, children in schools should be taught about financial literacy. Now that's correct, and you could say that, but it's not very natural. How would you say that more naturally in English? Right. More naturally, I think, would be, to begin with, we should teach children about finance when they are at school. There are 2 things happening here. First is the connector at the start. First and foremost is much more written academic English. More naturally speaking, you'd say, to begin with, firstly, first of all. Okay, so that's one thing, the connector. Other examples, right, of kind of academic English are furthermore. Spoken English, more likely to say and also on top of that. Another one, nevertheless. More likely to say, but that said, however. Okay, so connectors is the first. The second is the use of the passive rather than the active. So the passive form, if you like, is more common in written English. Of course, you can use it when speaking, but as a tendency, we tend to use it more writing than speaking. Speaking, we tend to use the active more. So instead of children should be taught, the active would be we should teach children. And that's just a little bit more natural when speaking. Okay, let's move on to our second example. Okay, here's number 2. Nice academic sentence. Many individuals are of the opinion that social media has a detrimental effect on society. That would be lovely in an IELTS writing essay. Now, how would you say that in natural spoken English? Right. I would say, more naturally, a lot of people think social media is bad for society. Okay? The issue with the first part is mainly vocabulary, right? Many individuals, we don't really say that, right? A lot of people. Then vocabulary about opinion, right? They are of the opinion that, lovely writing, speaking, I think, right? We do say I think in English, actually. Nothing wrong with it. Other examples might be kind of more formal academic writing. From my perspective, I would say, personally, I think, da, 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 da. And then finally, you've got vocabulary around social media has a detrimental effect on society. I think that's fine for speaking, actually. But if you don't have that level of advanced vocabulary, keep it simple. Social media is bad for society. Keep it simple, but keep your fluency. Okay? Great. Let's move on to number 3. Right, number 3. Here's an interesting example. The restaurant which opened near my home last year has become extremely popular. Extremely popular. Now, that sounds okay, but to me it sounds a little bit like a student has written the answer, memorized it, and then spoken it, right? And it's kind of okay, but I think it could be a lot more natural. And the important thing here is the relative clause, here using which. The restaurant which opened near my home has become. It's a planned sentence. Often, not always, in spoken English, we don't plan long sentences. We have to think on our feet. Think in the moment. Think quickly. So we tend, not always, we tend to use short phrases, right? There's a restaurant near me. It opened last year and now it's really popular. Jum, jum, jum. That's more how we're going to speak that sentence in a more natural way, right? Now, some of you may say, but Keith, that's too simple. And if I give simple answers, I get a low score. No, not at all. It doesn't have to be that simple. It could be, there's a restaurant near me. It opened last year and it's become really popular. Present simple, simple past, present perfect, absolutely great. There's an important point. The examiner does not give you a score for each answer. That answer's a band 9, that answer's a band 6. No, you get a score across the whole test. So your natural spoken English sometimes is going to be simple, sometimes more complex. Got it? Good. Let's move on. Right, short break. Many examiners, they say that candidates often sound robotic, too robotic. And you sound robotic when your answers are too polished. And that happens when you write out your answer and then speak. It's just not natural. So when the examiner says, well, do you like reading? And you say, I derive immense satisfaction from devouring literature. And the examiner's like, what? No. I mean, I really like reading is better. Or throw in an idiom. I'm really into reading. Throw in a natural filler. I'm really into reading, actually. That is natural spoken English. That's what you need. So don't write out your answers. Speak out your answers. Sound human, and you'll get a higher score in IELTS speaking. Let's get back to our video. Right, number 4. Nice, formal, academic, great for writing. This one. Furthermore, technological advancements has significantly altered the way people communicate. Okay, good in writing. How would you say that more naturally? Okay. For me, the biggest issue here is the first word, furthermore. It's very formal. It's unusual to say that. I would just say also. And then technological advancements. You mean technology, right? Because technology is always advancing. So I would actually say something like, also, technology has really changed how people communicate. Okay. The second bit, has significantly altered the way people communicate, is also good. If you've got that level, then that's fine. But if you want to keep it simple, keep it simple. But definitely the first word needs changing. Make it more natural. Also, technology has really changed how people communicate. Let's move on to number 5. Okay, number 5, this one. In conclusion, it is evident that exercise plays a crucial role in maintaining good health. Great to finish your IELTS writing essay. Absolutely. But speaking, how would you say that more naturally? I might say, so yeah, I think exercise is really important for staying healthy. What's changed? First of all, again, the connector at the start, in conclusion. That's too formal. I think when we're speaking, we often just say, so yeah, or all in all, or maybe so overall, okay, much more natural. Then we've got these chunks of written language. It is evident that, hello, I think, right? Maybe it seems to me, but I think plays a crucial role. It's really important. Take the written chunk, make it into a spoken chunk, right? Maintaining good health, stay healthy. It's more natural, okay? It's not that the writing is wrong. It's just a bit more formal, robotic, and the speaking is more natural. And remember, the key to success in your IELTS speaking is natural. Be human, natural spoken English. Let me give you a couple of tips to help you practice this. Number 1, don't write out your answers. Speak out your answers. When you get a question, just speak out your answer. Even if it's different every time, that's good. Number 2 is listen to more and more natural spoken English. Just listen to lots of English. Try and get things that are not scripted. So listening to maybe interviews, chat shows, what we call soap operas in the UK. It's like a drama show like EastEnders, Coronation Street. They are based on everyday life of everyday people. Panel shows. There are some podcasts I listen to. You have a panel of experts and they're speaking. There's the gardening tips. Yeah, sad, I know. Kitchen cabinet, about food. But you've got a panel and it's just live interaction. That kind of listening is going to be really, really good for you. And just remember, this is not about using simple English all the time. It's a mix of simple and complex, but just sound human. Okay, there is a PDF here. You can download this to review, practice, have a look, think about all of this and start practicing your answers speaking out loud. And it's going to help you get a higher score in your IELTS speaking. Let me leave you with a final example and ask you to make it sound more natural. I watch cinematic productions frequently. How would you make that sound more natural? Let me know in the comments. Can't wait to see you all soon. Thank you so much for watching. Final word, if you want to access more private videos in my membership, come and join the YouTube channel. Press the join button. You get access to more videos each month, private insights, IELTS model answers, lots of stuff to help you do well in your spoken English and your IELTS speaking test. Once again, thanks for watching. So yeah, bye.